Hello friends, my name is Sonia. This is Sonia with an I. And today I am bringing you a bookshelf tour. When I did my bookshelf tidy up video, I had several people say, hey, why do you keep the books that you keep? Because I don't keep very many books. And I thought, well, let's just do a bookshelf tour. So for those of you who asked for it, this is for you. This is my small but mighty library. So I am going to show off my bookshelf and then kind of tell you the reasonings why I've kept the small amount of books that I do keep. Now, I also have a little mini, like a vintage book cart where I do the lives and where I film quite often in my sunroom, but it usually only has books that I'm either gifting to somebody else. My TBR basket is there, and just a few other books that I might have picked up at a thrift store or something, thinking maybe I would read them, maybe I would not. But these have permanent residence here. So I'm going to kind of move around a bit here and throw these on because, oh, now I can see you, yay. Let's see. Well, on my bookshelf, I'm going to start. I'm going to be sentimental. This is a picture of myself and my brother. This was his senior prom. And I was the book attendant in my elementary school best friend's wedding. So I had the wedding the same day as the prom. We were both dressed up and I was putting his boutonniere on there. My brother passed away sadly in 2005. So this is a very special picture to me. And he was pretty much a pro pool player. So if you ever come to my house, or if you ever see my house in video, you might see 8 balls randomly put everywhere. It's because that was his thing. He was a pool player. I grew up playing pool too. I started playing when I was 3, and my grandfather had a bench built for me so I could reach the table, but I wasn't nearly as good as Eric. I was definitely not the pool shark he was. So there we go. Now I can really see. Clean your glasses before you turn on the camera, right? So the first thing is, one of my prized possessions is my Babysitter's Club book collection. It's in this nice little tin, and then all of the first 6 books are in it. One of them is missing because it's currently in my TBR basket. When I first joined the Killing Time with Cozy's Discord, and I got to know, when I first was getting to know all the people there, Sarah and Tiffany, the Bookish Knitter, and Beachbum Bookworm were talking about how much they loved the Babysitter's Club. And even though this was written at a time where I was the same age as these people, I didn't read this. I read things that I shouldn't have been reading at my age. So I picked a couple of these up and I just love them. It's just a nice little journey kind of back into the good times of my childhood. A couple of other little things I have up here, besides some dust, don't judge me. I dust this thing all the time. It still gets dusty. I don't know where it comes from. This was a gift from my niece. She knows I love Anne of Green Gables. And smell it. It smells just like springtime. I haven't burned it yet because it's sentimental. And then I have a little, I don't know, I enjoy Hamtaro. I don't know if you ever watched Hamtaro. My Dan introduced me to Hamtaro, and I think it is so fun. I just absolutely love it. And this is Boss and Bijou from Hamtaro. So little decorations. My friend Jana gave me this little reading elf, reading gnome, and I love Christmas elves, like the bendy Christmas elves. And so she gave this to me, and he's reading year round, so why not let him come out? And this is from my friend Scott. I just think it's darling, and it's Christmas too, but I love the colors. I love the whole 60s vibe of it. All right, so now that we have cleaned off the shelf, I am going to move over here. My friend Scott gave me this. It's just a cute little planner, like a little Linux planner. It's vintage, but this is where I keep all of my bookmarks. Some of my favorites, like when I met Karina Moss and Vivian Chin, Diane Kelly, and then I had a cousin make this for me, cousin Michael. So I've had this for, it's probably 30 years old. So yeah, and I like to keep them there because they're handy. And I have bookmark containers in almost any room I have a desk in the house. I have bookmark containers, and I have several desks in the room. I won't go into that. So anyway, here are my books, and I'll start here. This was a gift. Even though I love cozy books, I do really love Edgar Allan Poe. I've always kind of loved Edgar Allan Poe. It's the dark side of me, I guess. I enjoy it. It reminds me of one of the classes I took in high school where I learned to really enjoy it. Dracula and Picture of Dorian Gray. I have read both of these. I've not read all of this, but I've read both of these. I really enjoy these. I love this. Oh, books falling everywhere. This paper mill press. These. I would love to have a lot of classics in with these sort of covers. They're just gorgeous. My mother actually bought me this one, and then I bought this one. And here's just a very special book to me. I've had this book for since my first year teaching, which has been 1995. So yeah, this was a very special book by a very special man, Mr. Rogers. I used to, in my weekly newsletter, put quotes, inspirational quotes, and I used this book for a lot of those. Then, as you can see, my Shady Hollow. I have Shady Hollow. I have the whole series, except the little minis. I do have the Shady Hollow series, and I absolutely love it. I haven't finished reading this one yet, but I will. And I just bought that. Don't tell anybody. I just bought that one for my birthday for myself. I even paid full price for it. Just don't tell. Okay. One of my favorite things about these books, I don't know if you can see the little icons. So cute. I love them. Then this is one of my favorite books, Kiki's Delivery Service. It's one of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies. And then, of course, I have two covers of Anne. This one is not, it's a typewritten book, but it has really cute little kind of manga illustrations in it. It's really adorable. And I would get this framed. Like this picture, I would frame and put it in my house. It is so cute. So that is top shelf. I'm going to tidy as I go. And now here on this next shelf, I won't pull all of these out because you can see. I have the Tales of Winnie the Pooh, the complete Tales of Winnie the Pooh. I have the Wind in the Willows, this beautiful copy. I have this Hobbit. It is a graphic novel. This was given to me by Michael. He was in my 3rd grade class, and Michael and I, he was new to my classroom, and I got him on my birthday, and he has since graduated, and we just had a really wonderful connection. At recess time, we would talk about The Hobbit, and so he found this at a yard sale, and he brought it to me, so I thought it was very sweet of him. Then I have One Treasured Summer. This is written by my friend Carmen Hopkins. We used to teach together. She's my friend who owns the yarn shop and Tea Dragon Society, because it is the cutest book ever. I'm trying not to get my arm in the shot there because it's not lovely. House Moving Castle. I've not read this yet. I probably need to tell you, I've read this, I've read this, I've read this, I've read this, I've read this. I've not read this yet. I have not read this yet. Wildwood. This cover is gorgeous. I have tried to pick it up twice to read it, and it's a lot. I don't know. I'm going to try again this fall and see how far I get. Lead in the Mist. Look at this cover. This is an old book, and I have heard everybody who's read this raves about this book. It's like very, 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 very cottagecore, but murder mystery. I need to read it. Then there is, because I love birds of North America. I think my friend Mitzi has this too. I think I saw that in her library haul. And then The Life and Adventures of L. Frank Baum, that's who wrote Wizard of Oz, of course. And then I have Rainier the Fox. My very favorite manga, Laid Back Camp. I don't read a lot of manga, but I fell in love with Laid Back Camp because Darling Desi was, Darling Desi, if you don't watch her, she is just so adorable. But she did a things to do in the fall. She always just does like cozy suggestions or things that you can do for the season to celebrate the season. And one year she talked about Laid Back Camp, and I watched it on Crunchyroll and then got the manga, and I just love it. It's about 4 or 5 middle school girls who start a camping club in middle school and go camping. And that's really all it is. But all they do is just like celebrate their friendship and eat, and it's so cute. Frog and Toad Are Friends, one of my favorites. And then this is Dinah in the Green Fat Kingdom. This was a favorite of mine when I was in middle school. It was the first book that I really ever read that talked about how about size acceptance, and I really loved it. And I have this book love book that it just talks about people who love books. It's really cute. And this is this is 18 Words to Live by Kent Sanders. He is a former school chum of mine. We graduated together. We were actually neighbors too. He wrote this book and he sent me, and he autographed it. And I went through it and tabbed it all, and some of my favorite quotes and things, and there was quite a few of it. Kent is a wonderful writer. He does some ghost writing. He has his own publishing company. I'm very proud to know Kent. So I'm very thankful for that book too. Then I have this darling book of owls by Matt Sewell, and I mean, they are so cute. I loved it. I have the little book of Huga, and then 2 of my treasures. These are treasures to me. This is G.A. McKevitt, Murder in Her Stocking, and she was nice enough to sign it and send it to me. And actually, G.A. McKevitt is a very, very kind lady. We have spoken on Facebook a few times, back and forth. I usually send her a Christmas card and a little something I create for Christmas, and she is just the sweetest, kindest person. And I was so thankful for this. This is a treasure to me. And then my other treasure is this book, Finding Zelda by Sue-Ann Jafarian, because it is also signed. Sue-Ann Jafarian is also a very super nice lady, but I didn't mean to say, but she is a super, super kind and wonderful lady. And if I could find it, I need to write down the page. My name is mentioned in this book. It's a fiction book. It's really quite a little hoot. It's about a dysfunctional family, and my name is mentioned. I won, like I entered a contest and I won, and my name was mentioned in this. So, and she's a sassy black lady, which I love that. So there you go. Put this back here. All right. Now my bottom shelf, well, before I get to my bottom shelf, I am going to show you this. Is this not the cutest you've ever seen? And it has a Shih Tzu, which reminds me of my Jack. I love this cover, and I've not read this yet, and I'm scared to read it because I'm afraid I won't like it because I love the cover so much. I know that's silly, right? And if we go to the bottom here, let me tidy this up really quickly. Oh, this is another one, The White Cottage. It is only there because it fit there. I will tidy this back up. I don't remember how I had it. So, I think Eric's picture was there. We'll just put it right here. There you go. This little apron. All right. So down here at the bottom is my Harry Potter collection, but if you notice, I am missing the first hardback, and I had it, and I gifted it to a boyfriend, and I never got it back. So, or I let a boyfriend borrow it, and I never got it back. So, it's missing. but I want the number one. I want the hardcover. I want the one like this. So it is always a search of mine when I go to thrift stores. And I have some books up. So now this is my built-in. This is built into the wall. Okay. And people ask me all the time about the clocks. Like, why do you have so many clocks? There's actually a philosophical reason I have them. And also I just love the way they look. And just because, you know, they've gone out of fashion and people don't use them doesn't mean they're not still beautiful. So that's why I have all the clocks. Here are some of my other books. So I have The Hobbit, Little House in the Big Woods, the P.L. Travers Mary Poppins, Winnie the Pooh, Wizard of Oz, Wrinkle of Time. I need to add Peter Pan to this. I really want Peter Pan. And then there's all of my Tolkien books in this really cool, very 70s looking covers. Alice in Wonderland. Thank you for joining me in this little impromptu bookshelf tour. Do I own any books that you own? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the crew. I appreciate you. If no one has told you today that you make the world a better place just by being in it, you most certainly do. This may not be a video for everyone, but I do really hope that you enjoyed it. I like to look inside people's stuff because I'm nosy, so I know I'm not the only one out there. If you made it this far, put a book emoji in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Happy reading!